Welcome back to Nature Toads. We spotted a wild toad in its natural habitat. Bricks.
Somewhat see-through because it's waiting for its princess to be freed from Bowser.
I was going to say they're camouflaging. Yeah. It's kind of creepy that the toads do that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, what an interesting design choice.
I don't really fully understand the implied explanation for that, which is that they're stuck in the walls. Because they're very clearly not in the wall. They're standing in front of the wall. And the text in the game has also said that the enemies are in the walls. So I don't really get that either. And they imply that Peach is stuck in the walls, but, like, spoiler.
She ain't.
She's stuck somewhere else. So I'm not really sure what the story was there. Bowser came and trapped everybody in the walls? Like, wouldn't they just suffocate? I don't understand.
Well, there's like worlds within the walls.
So the implication is that everyone is stuck in these paintings?
Yeah, I guess so. Although I kind of figured that there was like some sort of curse going on where, like, I don't know, the power of the castle is... You know, we're overthinking it.
Probably, yeah. Hey, there's a star.
Yay! That's all that matters.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
You
1,
did
1, 1.
it! 111.
There's only 1 star left in this level.
That's a lucky number.
Lucky 111.
Lucky 111.
You gotta give 111%. Always give 111%, especially when donating blood.
It's a very original joke.
Thank you. I stole it from the internet.
Cool.
Yep.
That looked really weird.
That.
Him just flopping on the ground.
I don't know the name of that enemy.
Oh, that bomb thing? That...
Yeah, I think it's like Bop Sumo or something.
Okay, well, I'm gonna find out what it is and I'm gonna edit it into the video.
Sounds good to me. If you already know the name,
please comment below. Find us on
even though
Facebook.
we just mentioned it. You know what? Scratch that. If you know the name of that enemy before we post it, please get me a meatball sub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If we had, like, Postmates in Canada, we could set something up like that where people could send us food, but... it doesn't exist here.
How about coupons or something?
Coupons, yeah. If you happen to live in Canada and you're able to, like, get coupons to us before they expire, and it's somewhere that actually exists in the town we live in, we might use them. Doesn't that feel worth your while?
It sure does, Blair. Yeah, like a meatball sub? Yeah, man.
A meatball sub? Doesn't sound very vegan, Neil.
I'm not vegan.
I know.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, how are you going to share your food with me?
Well, you can have the veggie sub.
Okay.
We'll just, like, cover it in spinach. And, I don't know what kind of breads are vegan.
Well, you can get lots of bread that's vegan.
Name 5.
Well...
Nice.
Specifically, like, the buns at the cafe I go to just are vegan. They don't buy them because they're vegan, they just happen to be. The bread that I buy is vegan. The bagels I bought are vegan.
Vegan.
Vegan. Not to be confused with Keegan.
Keegan is no vegan.
I don't have Keegan bread every day.
I would eat Keegan bread.
Yeah, if he made me bread, I would eat it. But I wouldn't eat bread made of Keegan.
Alright, this is actually my favorite level.
Really?
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
Even though it's a water level and everyone on the internet hates water levels.
I used to spend a lot of time just kind of dinking around and exploring it.
Nice. Well, this seems like a good level to explore because it's got like the city and everything.
Yeah, it's a nice place. It's very kind of mysterious and like almost romantic in a sense.
It's romantic.
You know something I'm kind of noticing that sort of isn't present?
What?
We were actually watching the Game Grumps do this level pretty recently, and they had like some pretty intense shadows. I'm not seeing them.
Oh, I'm wondering what version of the game they were playing then.
Yeah, they're probably playing it on like a genuine 64. For those who aren't aware, we're playing this on the Wii U. This is Virtual Console. So it's not like an illegal hack or download or anything.
Despite how often we've talked about that multiplayer hack we played.
Yeah, this one's genuine.
Yeah, we're pretty much big believers in actually buying
Oh, there's the shadow.
from
See how that
Nintendo.
looks.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that
was
was pretty
weird.
sharp. This is more what it looked like.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had the water up really high so I could talk to the bomb. I'm gonna go ahead and low, so that I can go for the 100 coins right away. Because you know me,
I do know you.
I usually go for the hardest stars first.
It does seem like a good strategy.
Does it?
Yeah, because if you leave all the, like, shit stuff for the end, you just end up not wanting to play anymore.
Yeah.
So if you do all the hard ones first, then the rest of them feel kind of like a reward.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I did the hard ones, now I can do the fun ones.
But I definitely like this level. Like, I like the music, I like the kind of ambient feel of it. It's just, yeah, I like it.
It's good.
This is my style.
It's your style.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
It's
It's not about the water.
yeah.
Like, do you like SpongeBob because he's in water?
I mean, do I like SpongeBob? I don't dislike SpongeBob, but I wouldn't say SpongeBob is like...
Yeah, well, do you think the appeal of SpongeBob is that he's
No,
underwater?
I think it's that he's a goof. I don't know.
Nice. 65.
I get what you're saying. I feel like the water levels in this game are just more chill.
Yeah, that's probably it too. There's like not as many enemies. There's a lot more emphasis on exploration.
Yeah. Like, you've walked around, I mean, you did fight some things, but
Spiders. And...
it's not like you're constantly under attack.
Well, I don't think... I can't really think of a level where you are under constant...
I guess that's...
I guess the fire level, there's a lot of bullies.
Maybe there's just a lot of blue in these levels, so it feels calm.
Oh, I like that.
That's like a color theory. You know, they talk about blue makes you calm. Actually, blue is also supposed to make you seem like trustworthy or whatever.
Oh, really?
That's why a lot of businesses use blue. Because they want to seem reliable.
I've heard that Facebook is blue because Mark Zuckerberg is colorblind, so he only used colors that he can identify.
Oh, well, that's a good reason.
Blue, yellow, and white. Safe colors. For, anyway, one of the most common color blindnesses. I know there's one where you can't really see blue at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's one that looked pretty cool, but, you know, it would kind of be limiting and sort of depressing knowing that. But there's one that's just red and blue. But I don't remember any of the names of them, and even if I did, I'm not sure if I can pronounce them well.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes about color blindness, like how it affects video games and, you know, especially those puzzles where they will say like, oh, push the, you know, yellow one and then the green one and then the whatever, and then
But
you
they
have
kind of
to draw
addressed
like...
that in Majora's Mask for 3DS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was doing the Skulltula Mansion, I was talking to the stall children, and they were telling me to hit the switches, like, oh, the diamond one should be hit first, then the spade, then the club. Although they were all color-coded, and when they spoke of them, the word was colored respectively as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so like, hit the diamond one, and it's written in blue, and the blue mask had a diamond on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even, like, you can get the color portion, but if you are colorblind, you can still do the puzzle.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
And I know, like, in Four Sword Adventures, they tried to use a certain type of red that would often show up as white to the colorblind.
Oh.
So you could distinguish red and green.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as you can tell the four apart at a glance.
Yeah. Although I heard that with New Super Mario Bros. It was pretty tricky, because Mario and Luigi use, they have, like, the same brightness kind of going on with them. So putting them side by side, they're really hard to tell apart.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Not intentional.
No, it's... Unless they have, like, somebody who's on the art team who is colorblind, they're probably not going to think about it.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of understand, like, you're not going to be able to accommodate everything.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really easy for people who don't have certain issues to just kind of ignore them and not really think about accommodating them.
Well, you might not even be aware.
True. Yeah, you might just be ignorant.
Need one more coin.
I find that actually, I don't really think about accessibility very much because I'm physically abled, and so sometimes when people point out things like, oh, well, this building or this place isn't really accessible for anyone with mobility issues.
Well, I was talking about that Monster High.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's, like, no stairs to a lot of places, or the elevators don't work.
Yeah, it's a consideration that we always have when we talk about spaces to use at my work, because we have a lot of older clients, and, you know, sometimes they need walkers or wheelchairs or whatever it is. You don't want to have them have to go up a bunch of stairs.
Yeah.
You know, so we just need to be aware of that when we look at spaces to use for stuff. But for me, like, I can go upstairs, so, like, sometimes I just kind of forget that that's an issue for people. And I think that that happens a lot with other things, like, you know, what if they're deaf? Like, they're not gonna hear the tone that tells them, yes, this is the right one. So you have to have something visual to also indicate, like, yes, you pushed the right button or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, I feel like in video games, I don't know how
game
much
like
they
Super
think about
Mario's
it.
pretty flashy.
Yeah.
In both terms of sound and
Visuals. Yeah.
Overjump that.
I think it's pretty hard to play this kind of a game if you're blind. But
you can only really play rhythm games, I think, effectively.
Yeah. But if you're deaf, I feel like you should be able to play Mario. It might be a different experience, right? Like
a little bit harder.
Well, I just think, you know, as someone who can hear, like, even the timing thing, like, because you'll have, like, things that are on a timer, and they'll be like, click, 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 and then it'll start clicking faster to indicate that it's about to run out. There isn't really anything on your screen counting down, like, how long you have.
Yeah. Your visual cue, though, is that the blocks start rapidly flashing.
Yeah. Just things like that, so it might be a little bit easier if you can hear it.
Yeah. I
have that issue sometimes, though, because I tend to play on my handheld with the sound off.
I see.
If I'm playing at work, or I used to commute, like, on the SkyTrain and stuff, which is like a subway or a metro for people who don't live here. And I don't want to play my video game music out loud and bother people, right? So I could either put my headphones in, or I usually would just play it without the sound on. And I remember, like, with Pokemon and stuff, you'd be like, oh, do you remember this song? And I'd be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And you'd be like, oh, this is from the game you've just spent, like, the last 2 weeks playing or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, I haven't been playing it with the sound on, so I don't know. To me, it's all just kind of sounds like Pokemon music.
Yeah, I really liked the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and the Black and White soundtracks.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you, like... I honestly, like, I can't identify the Pokemon music by what game it's from. Like, I might be able to tell you, like, oh, this sounds like the Pokemon Center. Or, like, it sounds like you're fighting something. Like, sometimes I can tell that it's, like, a legendary. Because it's a little more intense. But, yeah, I just can't tell them apart because I don't usually play with the sound on. This Disney game I've been playing with the sound on.
It's pretty ridiculous. There's so many, like, over-the-top voice clips.
Yeah, all the voice acting in that Disney game. I gotta, like, record some of me playing that because it's just such a weird game. But yeah, they have, like, these pre-recorded clips, and sometimes, like, two characters will talk at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, if you approach two of the Disney characters at the same time, they'll both respond to you, like, they'll both greet you or whatever, and they'll just talk at the same time and completely drown each other out because they're the same volume. Right? Like, hello there, and like,
Hi.
that looks great. So it's just like, blah! And I'm like, what? What did you just say? And also their speech bubbles kind of overlap. Like, one will go in front of the other. So it's like, well, I have no idea what the one in the back said, but the one in the front said this, right? Like, there's no transparency or anything for you to be able to see behind. It's just like, whoever talked last gets to have their speech bubble in front.
Next time on SquirrelTastic.
Do it.
There's only 5 stars left.
Ooh.